Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hello, sorry, ce face? That's all I remember from my childhood. So first of all, I would like to thank you, Sorin, for all what you are doing. Thank you. So today I'm going to show you how to disable the onboard RAM memory. As you know, it can fail as anything else. So to replace it, it's quite hard. You need to find the right chips to find that thing for reballing the chips and resolder them. In case if you unsoldered the chips properly without breaking anything. Actually, I have one Lenovo. It's a V110-15ISK. This is the, let me check, V110-15, here it is. No, sorry, here. Well, what happened to this laptop? This is the original board I got here. At the beginning, that this board was coming on, actually it was coming on all the time, but I had picture only once in 3 times. You know what I mean? I had to turn on the laptop 3 times to have only once the picture on the screen. So I thought there must be something wrong with the onboard RAM memory. Then I took them down, quite hard, because those chips are over there. They are soldered, but also they are sticked with some kind of a glue, some almost a plastic, very hard glue. I don't know what glue it is. So it was quite hard to take them off, but I could without breaking anything on the board, without any damage on the board. So I tried, and it was acting like there is no RAM memory. Sorry, of course I put one additional RAM memory, because you have the slot, you can add a memory on this board. So I added one additional, sorry for my English, one additional, and it react just like there is no RAM memory. So then I began searching for a solution how to disable the onboard RAM memory, and all I found was kind of it's not possible. You cannot disable the onboard RAM memory. I said no good. I need that solution. So I pushed my research further, and I actually found 2 ways to disable the onboard RAM memory. First is less interesting. I'll explain you that. It's a hardware way. Actually, you need to swap some components, some resistors, some things. You need to swap them, and hardwarely you are telling to the chipset PCH, you are telling there is no RAM, don't care about the onboard RAM, just go on the additional one. I don't know if the name is additional one, but I will keep on saying that because I don't know the other word. So this was the first solution, but I didn't like it really because you need to, it's very specific for this board or the other one, you know what I mean? You need to have you have to find the schematic, to learn a lot of the schematic, to find a way, which component, where to swap, to move, and to disable the. So this solution didn't interest me, so I left it. The second solution is in the BIOS, editing the BIOS. As we know, everything is in the BIOS. The BIOS is some kind of a map of the motherboard, which is telling us, here is the processor, it works like that. Here is the RAM memory, here is the chipset, here is they are working like that. If you want to go there, just pass by that way, take that way, left, right, you know, things like that. The BIOS is some kind of a, for those who doesn't know what BIOS is, it's a map of the motherboard. So I thought to myself, why can't be a way to go in the BIOS, edit the BIOS, modify the BIOS, just tell him there is no onboard RAM memory. So don't keep on saying that there is something, so just leave it and go further. Go to the additional one. And I finally found a solution. I was working a whole week on this thing, so I finally found a solution. But this solution is specifically for this model. I don't know if it can work on another board because I have no another board to test, you know what I mean, another laptop. And so that's it. And after that I could, you know, I took those chips, I could modify the BIOS, and finally it run. I had picture with the additional RAM memory. I'll show you all this. Actually, I'm not going to show you the example with this board because it is working. It is working with the additional RAM memory. But the very first problem, which was, it was coming on every 3 times, you know, I had picture every 3 times. This problem is still in there. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. I think it's something to do with the chipset, but I'm not sure. Actually, there was nothing to do with the onboard RAM memory, but anyway, everybody's for good. So I found that solution to disable the onboard RAM memory, and I also found disable another BIOS for HP, or no, Asus. I think it's an Asus. I'll show you that as well. So first of all, there is no additional RAM memory, as you can see. There's only the onboard RAM memory. Let me plug the battery here, and I will switch on the computer with the hidden button, you know, which is giving me access to the BIOS and, you know, Lenovo thing. Oh yeah, the battery was unplugged, so it's the BIOS getting reinitializing that. How many times? Here we are. Of course, I have to start the laptop again by the other button, because the first startup was for the reinitializing the BIOS. Here, the button. No, didn't work. Sorry for that. And I don't want to interrupt the video. I don't want to do pauses, you know, things like that, because I don't want people thinks that I am cheating or something like that, because you don't know me. So I can be anyone who tries to, you know, whatever. Let me do it again. Here we are. Normal start BIOS setup. Let's go to the BIOS. And this is what we got. We've got 4 GB of RAM memory. Okay? 4. Switch it off. Let's add the additional one. And now we've got 8 GB, okay, as you can see. So now so the computer is working very well. Everything is right. This with the second board. I got the second board. I found it. It was not working, so I could fix it. There was some big capacitor blowed up, whatever. So, but the laptop is working very good. So now I'm going to take the chip down, the EEPROM down, and I will go to the computer. Will show you how to disable the onboard RAM memory. Let me pull out the battery. So let's go under the microscope. Yes, I know, there is a hole in the BIOS chip. I know. But it's okay, it's working fine. Okay. Here is the chip. Let me cool it down. Still recording, yes. Where is my program? one. You see, here we are, and there we are. So, oh sorry, I wasn't on the, sorry, desk. Here is the desk. Let's do it again. First of all, let me take this out. Oh. Here we are. Okay. We don't need it for now. So, here is my BIOS file. Let's open it in HD editor. I don't know the name in English. So let me open this, and then we have to go to, I'll explain, you will give you all the explanations how I found this. I think it was around 0077 offset 77, not that far. Yeah, I think it's around here. So, you know, here we are. So as you can see, how I found this solution. Still recording, yes. So when you come around this offset, which is 0077B890, around there. Yeah, I say around there because in another BIOS it might be a little bit farther or not exactly the same place. So what do I see here? I see a reference number. I take this number, copy, open internet, and what is this about? Yes, it's a RAM memory. It's a RAM memory which is DDR4 and things like that. You know what I mean? So this is corresponding on, this is something to do with the RAM memory. If I go down, I see another one. This one is not the same number, of course. Copy. Let's go to internet. What is this? This is another RAM memory. Okay, still PC4, DDR4. This one, something Samsung. The other one was Micron or something. I don't remember. Whatever, not important. If I go down, I see another one. This is another one. This is another one. Which mean, but I checked those numbers. I checked those numbers. I found these are the chips I took from the board. I found the numbers on these chips. I searched with these numbers in the bin file. Couldn't find anything what is written on this chip, which comes from the board. I didn't find anything. So don't look up by the numbers of the chips, because it's not it's no good. So let's go back to the desktop. Here we are. So and there is another one, and so on. Okay, let's see this one. Every time it's another manufacturer of RAM memory. We had Samsung, now we have SK, you know, I can't, yeah, every time it's a DDR4, but for different model of RAM memory, which means that the BIOS was created to be used, this board to be, the BIOS to be used, the board to be used, or you know what I mean, with these kind of RAM memories. Okay, if I go down, there is another one, there is another one, you know, that's it. And now, as you can see, it's changing. It's changing, it's becoming something else, really something else. So this region, we don't need this region. We are not modifying anything. So all we need is these guys here, to take them off, to clean them from the BIOS, to say do not use on board any brand of RAM memory or something like that. You know what I mean? So to do that, I have to find the right position to select, to clean, because I can't go blindly, you know, erasing, moving things, you know, so it's no good. So this is something else. Let me see. Let me see something. How did I think it was around here. Yeah, should be, because this. Yeah, I'll begin. This will be the end, actually. The end. I can go by here, you know, they are zero, so it can be from here, whatever. So go on and select everything what is about on RAM brand numbers, you know, reference, the numbers. Still there. Let's go. Still there. Some more. Here it is becoming something else. You see, you can see all these D, E, G, D. It's becoming something else. So I went too far. This is a RAM memory as well. Let's go. This I think was also. I think it will finish somewhere here. This will be the beginning. Let me see something else. You see, just compare what is these E dash, it's not dash, it's dièse. I don't know how to say in English. E, you know, this, I can find it over here. I can find it over here again. So these are repeat. Sorry for my I can't find my words. Sorry. So you see, all this is same. All this is same. Here, all this is same. But the U, it's not the same. The U, it's not the same. I can't find it. Bottom. This is not the same U, and it's not in the same position. You know what I mean? This 6565.6, I find them bottom 65666. All this we don't need it. So the most important is where to select, what to delete, to clean, because as you know, you can't do whatever you want in the BIOS bin, because otherwise the computer will not work as it should work. So I will stop just after the here. I will stop here because the U I can't see it. It's not repeating, you know, it's not, I can't see the U. All the rest, the rest I can see it here. This is the same like this, is the same like this. You know what I mean? So this, I think we are in the right selection. Now I don't just hit the delete button, because otherwise I will modify the size or the length or the size of the bin file, and this is no good. This is no good, because the bin file should go like that. If I delete something here in the middle, let's say, if I delete it, I take it off, this will go up, and this is no good. All the positions will be wrong, and it cannot be read correctly then. You know what I mean? You cannot just delete things. We have to fill them up. I'll show you. So we have our selection. We right click and we don't delete. We go fill the selection. In English should be fill the selection. Okay? And then I give him 00 value, exa value, of course, and hit the OK button. Here. Everything is what is red. We just modify. We just modified it. So 0 U is okay. I go down, go bottom. Here, everything's fine. Now we should be okay. So I will save my file. What is good with this program is very absolutely necessary. This program, very useful program, this one. So we can do whatever we want. As we saw on the Sorin's channel, there is a guy who found a way to extract EC firmware, EC BIOS, the Super IO BIOS. You can do everything. It's a great program, great. You can fix the different regions in the BIOS. Maybe I will keep on doing another videos in English to explain, to show you how to fix the Intel ME region. It's about when you start the board, the picture is coming very long time after, like 30 seconds or 40 seconds after you push the button, you will have the screen. This is the image, picture on the screen, I mean. And this is about, this means that your Intel ME region is not the correct one. So we can correct it, we can fix it, whatever. Sorry for that. So here we are. This is the bin which is modified, and this bin is the original one. This program is creating a backup, as you see, .bin.back, backup from the original file. It's like if you did something wrong, you can go back and collect your info. So now I open the both bin files in the program. As you can see, the beginning is very same. And now we go to Analyze, Compare Files. We have our two files. This one is the modified one, and this one is the backup one. Okay, I will compare them. And what do we see here? This is the difference, and we are around the offset position is 0077B7B0. So go to the next difference. next, 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 next. As you can see, this is all what we deleted. We modified the file. So this is the modified file, which in there is no more onboard RAM memory, and we will program this one in the, and we will try it. So this is the right one which we modified. This is the backup one. Okay, let's go. The same chip. Just read to see if the chip is recognized correctly. Okay, I don't need to back up this file, so I will go open and take this one and open, and here it is without the back. Anyway, I'll show you the buffer of the bin file here. So the position was around 0077. Where it is 77. Okay. Come on. Sorry. 77. Let's go like this. B. Yeah, here is B. What was that? B. I wrote it down. B7B0. B7B0. No. 77. B7. This is 6. B7 here, and B0 here, the U. You remember the U? Yeah, here where it begins. Here it's empty. I mean, not empty, it's zeros. Yeah, here it becomes something like something else. Okay, so let's program this bin file to our EEPROM and then solder it back to the laptop, and you will see the difference. Verification successful. Okay, we are good. Let's go to the main. Here we are. Here is the chip. I'm showing you all these things because I don't want you to think that I am cheating. Come on. So let's go to the microscope. The same chip with the hole in there. Collecting some flux because I'm too lazy to put new flux. Okay. Yeah, it should be okay. Main, so you can see everything. Should be fine. Let's plug the battery back. We still have the additional RAM memory in there. Let's wait for a while to rethink the BIOS. Still working. Okay. Okay, switch it off. Go to the hidden button. BIOS. And what do we have? We have only 4 gigabytes. Only. Okay? One second. Switch it off. Take the RAM, the additional one, out. Go back to the hidden button, or the other one, say. What happening? What is happening? Beep, beep, beep. I don't understand very well Chinese, but I think this beeping means, because Lenovo is Chinese, you know, I think it means there is no RAM memory. That's why I cannot turn on the picture on the screen. Let's go again. Switch it up. There is a cup, you know, thing on it. Let's go again. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, it is beeping because it needs a RAM memory. This is how we can clean the disable, the deactivate the onboard RAM memory, and it's much more easier to order the chips, to unsolder it without breaking anything properly, reball the chips, resolder the chips, and things like that. Instead of this, let me switch it off. Instead of this, you can put additional RAM memory, bigger one, 8, 9, not 9, 8, 16, whatever. So let me put back the additional RAM memory, because as you can see, the onboard chips are still there, but they are not working anymore. The additional RAM is in there. The hidden button. Let me show you again. We have only 4 gigabytes of RAM memory. That's it. So now I'm going to show you. I found another. So this solution is really specific for this computer, for this model. but doesn't mean anything. It's a beginning of something that I'm going to work on that. Actually, I'm trying to find a universal solution that I can use on any laptop, any manufacturer, you know, any, yeah, this will be good. So I'm still working on that. And in the meantime, I found here Asus 402SA. I found that there is a onboard RAM memory in this chip, and I'll show you how I found where is the chip. It can be a little bit hard because the numbers on the chips, you can't find them in the bin file. If it was so, it would be much more easier to find that part. So I'm going to show you this. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not on the, sorry, desktop. Okay, let me close everything. Yeah, the Asus 4, yeah, okay, the program first. Here we are. I know for sure that in this bin file there is an onboard RAM memory. I found it for you, so I'll show you again. So I was looking, you know, let's say blindly, because if I could search some value, some exa value to find the right place, it will be, but I'm still working on that. So I went around almost the same position. I mean around 0077. I wrote it down for you. 0077 CC50 CC. Not yet. CC50. Let me go. CC50. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. What is that? I'll stop maybe with the C. Let's say with the C. Let's go to internet. No. No good. Something is, but I can see clearly that it's something to do with the memory. You see, I mean, you understand what I mean? Let's go like this. No. Let's have this. Yeah, I think this was the right. Yeah, what is that? It's a Micron RAM memory. It's a DDR3, DDR3L, I mean. And this is how I know that there should be there must be DDR3. So this is something to do with the RAM memory. Let's go there. This is as well. Let me see this. I don't know where to stop. Let's maybe not. Let me take this, copy. Yeah, here. I was there. Yeah, here, Asus something. They are using these components. It's what is the brand? Micron again, and it's still, of course, it's a DDR3 and all these things. So It's again something to do with the onboard RAM memory. So go up there. Okay, now it became something else. You see here, this area became something else. This is okay. This is something to do with the RAM memory, but where to begin? Have to find where to begin. So I have a B here. Do I have that B? No, I don't. Yes, I do. I have a B over here. So this B is included. Let's go up there. Do I have these? Oh yeah, I have this R something dot IXI. I have it over here. It's the same. This is same. Okay. Before that I have dots. I have this sign. I have this sign here. So for sure I know that all these are same. You see? You see this? This is same as this. Okay? So I know that I can begin from here. Setup, I don't see it anywhere. I don't see setup anywhere. So the setup will stay there and we will begin from here like this. Okay. Let's go. Okay, now this is the last, let's say the last, because after that it's becoming something else. So where to stop? Let me go. Those guys, I see them over here, you know. So I think we can stop here because this is same as this. After that we have a V, but V I didn't see it anywhere. This, no, anywhere. There is no V. So I think, yeah, should be like that. So I think we are okay. So we can clean this place, this area, clicking right click. I just want to show you something. I will hit the delete button. You see what the program is saying that it's in French. It's saying that this operation will change the size of the file. Are you sure you want to proceed? No. Oh, sorry. I just messed my, okay, setup. Let's do it again. Go down. Okay, we are here. Right button, right click, fill the selection with 00. Okay, and that's it. We just cleaned that area, but I don't have this laptop, this Asus 402 SA. I don't have it, so I can't make a test to show you. If you do, just test it and to see if it works. And let me go here. Yeah, I think this is what I found you for now. I'm still working on that. I'd like to find a universal solution. So yeah, I forgot to tell you something, that this solution, pay attention, this solution will not survive a BIOS update. I tested it already. Actually, when I made my test with this board, with you know, the original one, it was with a BIOS middle version, let's say around middle version. So I could find the onboard. I cleaned it up. I put back the board in, and it was working. Then I wanted to update the BIOS to the latest version, and just after the update of the BIOS, the computer wasn't working again, was dead again. There was no image, not picture anymore. So I took back the bin file with the latest version. I put it in my program, in the editor program. I went to the very exactly position. I found the very exactly info about the RAM onboard RAM brands, you know what we just found. So I cleaned it again. I resoldered the BIOS, and it's working fine now. What I show you is the latest version on this, for this laptop. It's the latest one. So you can put the latest one if it is for a customer. Let's say it's for a customer. Let me show you something else. In very specific laptop, you have access to roll back BIOS, go back BIOS. So I don't know how to. Let me show you. Is it in English? Yes, it is. So in this laptop, you have the option. You have the option to flash back BIOS back flash. You have it here. So you can disable it to avoid your customer goes and downgrade the BIOS, which will delete your solution, and the computer will, and he will bring you back again the computer to do all these things again. You know what I mean? So just you can disable that thing, BIOS back flash. You can disable it, and you can even put a password on his BIOS, saying that I am your technicians. You don't have to do anything inside the BIOS. You are a user, sample user, using Windows, not BIOS. So you don't have anything. You don't have anything to do with it in the BIOS. That's why I put a password, so to avoid mistakes by the customer or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is for today. I hope this video will help some people, and if you have any questions, any problems, any about BIOSes, you need something to clean that part, to do that, to modify things, you know, you can ask me, leave a comment, and I will give back feedback to you. Okay, take care, see you, bye.